How exactly am I supposed to fix this problem? Hello everyone and welcome back to Monotonous Minecraft, episode 71. Alright, I've said it at least 3 times that I'm never trying to build a squid farm again, but today we're going to try to build a squid farm again. I'm going to use a design from phrebh. He credited someone else, I don't remember who it is. I think I covered up all the potential rivers. This is the project I was planning on doing down in the southeast, but I decided that this little lake here is not too bad. It's got a lot of land around it. Yes, there's some water, so we won't have great numbers, but then again, we never were going to have great numbers to begin with, because PS4. So, let's remove some of this. So basically, I'm going to kind of judge where the river or the deep ocean may be here. We probably won't get exact exact boundaries because we can't check them, but that's okay. I know that squid formed in this little lake, so we're just going to throw a rectangle of stuff in here. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. You can see I'm using mossy because there'll be some water and some air, and that's where the moss will grow. Realism. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a rectangle of blocks around here. I'm going to fill in... what am I doing here? I'm going to fill in all the spaces on the outside of it with sand and stone and whatever else I have lying around quite a bit. And the inside, we're going to dig this down to y equals 40, so 24 layers. Let's go down here and see how far we have to go. Is there anything nasty around here? No. Only 16 from the bottom, so that's not too bad. So we'll dig down a little bit. Am I going to remove the water first? Bow and arrow is really hard underwater. I don't know if I'm going to remove the water first or not in the middle. I may not. I don't know. I kind of rather not, but I think it might make things easier because then I can go around behind, put everything I need to, and then fill everything in with ice blocks and just break those into water blocks. So the idea is that you want to have spaces where squid will spawn, but nothing else will, like the little fishies or those little nasty drowned. We'll probably get some of both, but that's okay. For the most part, we want squid, and we want their ink. Now, for collecting said ink and drops of whatever happens, I'm not sure what method I want to use. I'm not even sure. Do I not have any more of that? Why is my pick block not working? Did my son mess with that? Okay, now that I get pick block back. Die. Die. I think that was actually the sun. Anyway, now that I got pick block back, see, I'm trying to use it. I keep forgetting, but I tried to use it that one time. It wasn't even there. I really need to make sure that he gets his own PlayStation account. It's not like they cost anything. I was setting his up to begin with at one point, and I don't know, something with the email went wonky. So at any rate, we should have plenty of spawning spaces here. Now, what I plan to do to help out with the fact that there is, an ocean there, the outside the boundary shouldn't matter at all. Nothing can spawn there. But there's some ocean parts here. There's some ocean parts there. There's a deep lake over here, which I know can spawn squid. Is I'm gonna put a AFK platform way above this, and so what we'll do is, so things can't spawn further than 128 away. We'll be down to level 40 for spawning locations. So what I'm thinking is if we put it at 80 above, we'll have a nice little AFK spot. How will I get up there? I don't know. Water tower, probably. Sounds right. Water up, fall down. And then, like I said, to get stuff out of here, I'm not sure how I'm going to kill him or get the stuff out of here. I'm thinking about doing something similar for my, that I did on my one block creeper farm, where I, just had the water flushing things out. So I may kill him first and then get the stuff moved over. We'll have to see. At this point, I'm going to run out of these blocks, so it doesn't matter too much if they're even. So let me fill this out, get the rest of this down to the ground, start filling in the sides, and I think I'm going to drain the middle. Am I? I might. It's a big enough space where it'd be a pain in the butt to split everything off with sand, and get my sponges dried out and back. But I just think it'll probably be easier in the long run. Even though phrebh specifically said, it's actually, you think it is easier, but it's easier not to. But he had forgotten about the ice blocks until someone reminded him in his comments. So I think there's various good ways of doing this, and I will probably choose what's not the best for me, because that's what I tend to do until it's too late. Speaking of too late, it's also getting dark. So let me go sleep and get a little bit of progress done on this. So I've got the water gone. You can see in the distance I got a little bit of testing going on. On the right is the way that phrebh had made his. But it occurred to me that doing this, we're wasting a third of our potential spawning spaces. So squid spawn in two columns, or two tall columns of water. Shouldn't matter if it's moving or not. But if you do your doors in such a way, or gates in such a way, you can actually have a stack. It's really hard to see what I'm trying to say here. You can actually have a so I've got a grid here, and then below, the idea is to have an offset checkerboard so that you have total stacks all the way down from 43 to 63 or whatever he said. The details are probably a little bit different, but it's about the same. Here's some fun though. I've got these set up just to make sure they would be set up. Nothing has spawned in here. The spaces are kind of small, and I'm still close to the actual ocean. I put an AFK spot up there, but nothing seemed to happen. But that's okay. Here's the next problem. So I've got two glass blocks. Hey, look, it melted. When it was up there, I set it there. It wasn't. I put a torch right next to it, and nothing. So you break it, right? Okay, now I'm mad. Because I swear I did it there, and it did not break. I'm going to cry. Okie dokie. So what I've got here is, I took this all the way down. I'm not going to climb all the way down, but that goes all the way down to level 36, I think. And it's kind of, there's a little tunnel to this spot, so I can clear this all the way out, down to there. Now, here's some fun bits. Fun bits that are a little bit different. First of all, these are waterloggable. So, that's good. It's probably because of the new version. No big whoop, right? A little bit pain. Because my blocks of ice were not breaking into water up there, I actually placed this all individually. But since these things can get waterlogged, and it was painful. So what I was ended up doing was I was putting solid blocks on the bottom part, putting water on top of it aimed at the solid part, and then taking out the solid to get those columns. But if this water is actually working, which I don't know why it didn't before, let me go see. Maybe it was because I was using different tools instead of just nothing. So if I put this here, right? Nope. See? Does something have to be underneath it? Is that what it is? It doesn't work unless there's something here. Let me put two. Bink, bink. What kind of system is this? Alright then. Well, there's the answer. to a question I'm not even sure how to ask. So if you break ice with nothing underneath it, it doesn't turn into water, it disappears. It has to have a block underneath it. Okay, that's fine. It makes it easier. So what I'm going to do, here's the thing. This system is still not going to be easy to build. I think if you build it the same way that Pixel Riffs did, it probably is easier to flood the top here and just move your way down and just put all the water in. Maybe not in ours because these get waterlogged. So what I'm going to try, and I really don't have enough time to do this. This video may be late or just 2 parts. Is I'm going to dig this all the way down to wherever that tunnel comes out. Like I said, I think it's 36. It's a little bit too low. I think my killing floor, I don't want to dig it out too much lower than that, and that's going to be mostly where the squid hopefully spawn. Like I said, I've never seen them actually spawn in here, so I can't say for sure this works at all. So yeah, we got that going for us. But the idea is that they'll drop onto just a floor of hoppers. We got the iron farm back working up, so I can be a little free and easy with the hoppers. And they're technically entities. They get checked a lot, so they slow down the system. But that's actually less of a problem on this version than on Java, at least servers. I don't know if it's an issue for single players. Someone who plays that, go ahead and say or not. This is approximately where our AFK spot will be, except I want it in the middle and, well, probably higher. That was just the remainder of the scaffolding I had. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig out this section all the way down. I'll leave these here. If squids start falling on my head, then great. Otherwise, I'm not going to worry too much about it. Oh, come on, guys. That's not helpful. Man, those things spawn everywhere. Alright, so I've dug a giant hole. And I walled it up as I went. I'm also afraid of falling. I put the I put this little glass fence around because there was a few times I almost just ran right into it. I still need to remove the steps down there, and I'm going to go ahead and remove these test things. Nothing ever came of them. I've got my pathway up and down here. Also, 6 1/4 stacks of sea lanterns and hoppers. So the bottom 2 layers, I'm going to put a layer of sea lanterns in the bottom with hoppers on top, leading to a chest that's just going to be at the bottom of this. And I'm doing it that way because in the future I'll be able to then go in and, if I want to do a water elevator, bring the stuff to the top, I can. Otherwise, I can just go down there and grab what I need. I also don't know if I have enough time today to build this, record bits of how I'm building it and a finished product and testing and edit before tomorrow. I've got plenty of time. It's like 20 hours? Yeah, no problem. I can do this in 20 hours. I don't need to do anything else like, eat lunch or cook and eat dinner or hang out with my family, clean, just relax. In addition to the 6 1/2 stacks of hoppers and sea lanterns, I also need that same amount, which is a little over 400 signs of any type. And then this is going to be grouped in. So there's 18 levels, I think, of the spawning surface, which gives us divide by 2 because we're only using checkerboard, but which will cover each one of them. So that's 9 times 6 1/2 stacks each, which is close to 60 stacks of fence gates. And I've got almost half of a stack. So that's a lot. Like 3 double chests full. I may need to go around my world and find some logs and planks and stuff and spend several hours building. Well, that'll be fun. Let me get these signs up first. So this is our drop spot. So this the the spawning spots will happen above this. That's level 60 or 46 there. Now, I never understand if that's by the standing level or the head level, because I've heard both. So, I think it's standing, but I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. That's where we're starting. If they don't spawn, you know, for another couple blocks, that's fine. If they could have spawned a couple blocks down, that's fine. It doesn't really matter one way or the other. So, yeah. Let me go make a bunch of signs and place a bunch of signs and spend the next few hours of my life crafting gates. That'll be fun. Now, how exactly am I supposed to fix this problem? Well, Horsey, I guess this is where you live now. Hope you enjoy it. Stupid Minecraft animals. Alright, as predicted, I do not have enough time to actually finish this build this week. So come back next week for the next part of it. Hopefully it'll work. In the meantime, me and my horse are just going to stand out here outside of the Hill Valley Clock Tower and wait for some more ice to freeze. Because I need a lot of ice. As always, like, comment, subscribe. And I'll catch y'all later.